Hi, Stefan.
Hey, how you
Um,
doing?
I am so excited I get to talk to you today because after such an epic week one win, you went full beast mode last
Mhm.
night against the Titans. And I'm curious because at the end of the first half, Josh Allen threw this 4-yard touchdown, and it really changed the momentum of the whole game because it was still close at that time. So I'm curious, is that something that was instinctive to you? Or because it seems like you and Allen can read each other's minds, something like he gave you a nod, like we got to turn things up.
Well, it was more so we had a nice play call with Coach Dorsey, and I was just trying to get open, but the fact that Josh kind of rolled left and then found me late, it's kind of like he knew where I was. So it's kind of like a little bit of that chemistry there as well, kind of meshing well, and we're figuring it out while we're out there.
That's amazing because you two do have undeniable chemistry. Do you think that relationship and working with Allen has made you a better player?
Yeah, 100%. Going in, the first time I met him, that was my guy. I knew it. You know what I'm saying? He told me that get open and catch the ball. That's all I ask you. And I was like, all right, well, shit, doesn't seem too hard. And I'll try my best. But as far as like there's just a relationship of him always having my back, he gives you that confidence as a receiver that your quarterback can make things happen in that position. So you want to be able to try to make plays for him, get him comfortable, get him in a good space because once he's comfortable, boy, he's hard to stop.
Yeah, I mean, his confidence and your confidence level, you can tell when you guys are playing. Um, Also, does it make you nervous when Allen just takes the ball and runs it himself? Do you get nervous like everyone else gets nervous?
No, I'm getting nervous. He's bigger than probably the people that's chasing after him in that tail end. So I'm never too concerned. I want him to get down sometimes, but it's part of his game. Sometimes he wants to deliver a little bit of a blow or jump over a guy. It gets the team going though. So something I won't ever tell him to not be himself.
And looking ahead to week three, you guys are taking on the Dolphins, which is turning into a really interesting matchup. So I'm curious if you watched the Dolphins Ravens game last week and what your thoughts are on Tua.
No, I'll be watching it on tape. I don't play too much defense, so I don't
Yeah.
see too much offense. But I did see the highlights. I did see the offense. They look explosive. They got two good receivers, two exceptional guys that look amazing out there. And two is out there throwing the ball with confidence. They have a good team. It's definitely going to be another test for us. We look forward to got to prepare the right way.
Yeah, and then looking even further ahead in November, you're going to be taking on the Vikings for the first time since you were traded. So I'm curious if are you nervous or excited about that game?
I never really get nervous for any game or any particular. Nervous is one of the things that creep into my mind. I'm always feeling confident because of my preparation and how much work that I put in. I never shown away from any moment or any play just because I put a lot of time into my craft. And I'm always confident. I didn't even know. I don't know when we play them. I look at the schedule as 1 week at a time. But when we see them, I guess we can have another conversation. It's not something that I ever get nervous about though.
And I saw that you gave a shout out to Justin Jefferson on Twitter, which is the person they drafted in the
Mhm.
trade after you were traded. What is it like watching him go off and be just a real star over there?
It's exciting, especially for me. I'm a fan of JJ. He's a hell of a player. He's one of the best in the game right now as well. He can get open, and why not? Who doesn't want to see a good old gritty after a touchdown, especially coming from him? So it's something that I always get excited for. I don't know what kind of. I always wonder like what space do people want me to be in as far as like in a negative one, like even when they ask me the question on how I feel, it's like, what would people, it's like when I want to ask them, how do y'all want me to feel? I never lived in a space of like, wanting anything bad for them or wanting bad for anybody that they drafted. So like, it's kind of like weird when people ask that, but it's just like, I mean, I guess that's part of the game, you know what I'm saying? In a trade, I'm not a GM. I don't control trades or how I look at it as, and I'm never no hater. I always support people because another person shine won't dim your light at all.
Absolutely. And I think people ask that because you never know. Not everyone has that kind of outlook, but it's refreshing to hear that. And you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. Like one person going off doesn't mean that you're not also a star.
Yeah, I always wanted that though, because it's like shit. It's like they want me to be like this. Oh, I hate him over there. I hate everything about it. I'm like, that shit is not personal to me. I'll be happy for guys to get off. I love a good receiver play.
Yeah. Speaking of really good receivers, Von Miller is pushing really hard to bring Odell to
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo. And I know you guys are friends, and but him coming would take a huge hit on your targets. I'm curious, do you think he would be a good fit in Buffalo?
Yeah, 100%. I already talked to Gabe about he be taking my targets too. But we got a lot of talent on this offense. So like him would be just some more cherry on top. We got a good ass team right now, and especially considering the guys that we have, he'll be another little extra little like that we've been working the jab for a while, and then it'll be a right hook in there. A guy that that can come in and be spicy, be excited, and make a lot of plays. So, if it ends up shaking out that way, I wouldn't be mad.
And I know you mentioned that you had a little something to do with bringing Miller to Buffalo.
Mhm.
So if it's not Odell, is there another player that you kind of have your eye on that you're like, hey, Brandon,
I,
this guy
I
looks
can't,
good?
I can't, I can't, I can't release all my secrets now. You gonna be a little bit what is that, insider trading or something like that? I can't let you know my
This
secrets
isn't a
now.
trap, not a trap.
I'll let you know though.
Okay. And I want to ask about your Snickers Rookie Mistake of the Year ad because which recently premiered, and you did a similar ad last year. So I'm sure you have a ton of opportunities for brand deals and sponsorships. So I'm curious what made you want to team up with them again this year?
Like you said, it's my second year partnering with Snickers. I love my Snickers family over there. They do a great job. But something interesting is we're doing this year is giving fans the opportunity to win 2 Super Bowl tickets to Arizona, Super Bowl 57 in Arizona, and they get a little post game action on the field, something exciting. But they got to submit their rookie mistakes. So a little bit of embarrassment, but you get rewarded for your mistakes on this one. So if you want to be involved, go to snickers.com/rookie mistakes, of course. I have my share of rookie mistakes as well. So be on the lookout for that. And also they're doing something month to month involving a little bit of merch. So you like your merch, they'll be having a little bit of merch and a little bit of gift cards for NFLshop.com.
Yeah, that's awesome. Especially, I mean, these fans could be winning Super Bowl tickets to watch the Bills play in the big game, which would just
Yeah,
bring everything full circle.
getting rewarded for having mistakes. Yeah, what's better?
Yeah, I mean, your team has a lot of rookies that they're depending on stepping up and being starters. And I know there were a lot of fights in training camp. Like now that the season has started, is there a particular rookie that you feel like has really stepped up that you're impressed by or that you've taken under your wing this season?
They all gonna have to play. So, I look at it as in I have confidence in them. I tell them all the time, you go against two okay receivers on a daily basis in training camp and practice, one-on-ones, all that. So you're getting a good look at some okay talent in practice that you might not see in the game, you might see in the game. And if it does, it's preparing you the best way you can be. So win, lose, or draw, you're sharpening your blade. And I don't even call him by his name. When you're a rookie, you don't get a name, but 47 is pretty. He's a dog out there. I like 47. Kyer's been stepping up too. So, but I like 47. That's my guy.
Yeah. And so you're team captain, 8th year in the NFL, solid veteran, and
Yeah.
you just signed a monster contract to stay in Buffalo for the foreseeable future. What was it about? Like, was that an easy decision, or you knew what was it about Buffalo that you're like, I might want to finish my career here?
No, it just fit. Like from when I got here on, like not only have we had a good team, but we just had a good camaraderie as guys, that staying in Buffalo, that likes Buffalo. I love Buffalo. I just couldn't wait till the fans got involved, and I did. Now that they're involved, I don't want to leave. So I'm just happy that a deal got done in this past off season, and I'm gonna be here. So I'm excited.
Yeah. And last question, the vibe in the locker room last night, I mean, obviously it was an amazing win. But with Dane Jackson going down, which was really scary, McDermott said it was a kind of a surreal moment. What was going through your mind? And then how did you refocus on the game and keep playing? And what was that mindset?
It's not about football at that point. As much as we love football and we live and die by football, but in moments like that, it's not about football. It's about the guy, it's about the person, and we're just praying for safety. We hate to see guys get hurt, and it's part of football, but you hate to see it happen. So praying for him. We've heard that he's stable right now. He's okay. And that's something that we, or at least are appreciative and thanking God for. So, this team isn't just a team. We really are family. We really do be pulling for each other. We spend a lot of time with each other. Imagine there's so many things to do in Buffalo, but we spend a lot of time with each other and we really support one another. So to see a guy go down, it definitely is a little bit gut wrenching. And but after when that whistle blow, he wouldn't want you to be out there bullshitting. Dane wouldn't want you to be out there not making plays and not doing your job. So going out there with the right mindset of, just keep playing for 30. He's gonna shake it back. You'll see him soon.
Yeah. I mean, you went out there and destroyed in that third quarter. Did you know that you broke a new NFL record last night? Because it was your 35th game with the Bills, and you needed 11 receptions to tie Wes Welker for the most receptions in a player's first 35 games with the team. And then you just went out there, did 12 with 3 touchdowns. Like, you obliterated it. It was awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it. It's something that I always be like this, damn, that's cool. But before you know it, it's another young cat, 35 games in it. He has 15 touchdowns and 100 catches. So it's like shit. As much as I like it, it's like this. Hey, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah. Okay. And last question. This is what Alan said about you post game. He goes, Diggs is one of the greatest, if not the greatest receiver in the NFL. I trust him implicitly. I love that guy. He works his tail off. What's your response to that?
He knows that he's the best quarterback. I'm not gonna. I've been saying it for a while now. That's my quarterback. That's my guy. I'm out there trying to make plays for him at a high level. But that's a lot. That's a good praise. That's a lot of praise from a guy that that watched me put in a lot of work into my craft and trying to get better and trying to be the best version of me for him. So it works hand in hand, and I'm gonna continue to keep chugging at it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Stefon. I'm rooting for you. Go Bills. All of it.